Namaskaram. In this Agni Initiative video, we're going to explore about yogic cooking. How can you cook a yogic meal? So when it comes to having a yogic diet and making one, you don't have to do much in terms of doing something differently. Whatever you're cooking generally, if you can just cook it without using negative pranic foods and also use whole foods instead of refined foods, then you are on your way to make a yogic meal. So it's for example, if you're adding spices like green chili, etc. Instead of that, you can avoid that because it's negative pranic and use pepper instead. You can avoid negative pranic foods like onion, garlic, hing, brinjal. All these things you can try to avoid. Chilies, tea, coffee. So just try to see if you can avoid negative pranic foods, and instead of using refined foods, for example, instead of adding sugar, white sugar in your preparation, you can use jaggery instead, or you can use palm sugar or something which is unrefined. Instead of adding refined oils, using refined oils, you can use unrefined oil or cold pressed oil or something similar which is pure. So these are some simple things which you can do. And also in terms of food, if you can have more natural food, if you can have food free from chemicals, if it is organic, if you can get that, if you can get hold of that, or otherwise if it's not organic, if you can clean that properly by soaking it in salt water and then having it. So just these simple things, if you can just take care, then very easily you can prepare a yogic meal, and which can be very beneficial for one's health and well-being. So just get started with this. So many people think that when it comes to a yogic meal, it means having food which is bland, which is not tasty. But this is something which is a misconception, because food without negative pranic ingredients can also be tasty. If you come to the Isha Yoga Center, you will see that negative pranic ingredients are not used, and in spite of this, the food is so tasty. And it is very much possible for all of us to make food which is healthy and tasty as well. You need not compromise on taste, because you're not using negative pranic foods. So it's just for something which you can experiment with, because it's something which may have been handed over to us because our parents have been using it or our grandparents have been using it, and we are just used to it. We have just not explored how it would be without them. So try and see if you can switch to this. Maybe just experiment and see how it feels. We have seen a lot of people who have come to our Ahar program, where we talk about foods and we also show them how to make positive pranic foods and a yogic meal. So many of them, they thought it was very difficult to make a raw meal, or it was difficult to make a yogic meal, and it involved many things and they would have to compromise on their taste. But when they went through the program, then they realized that it was so simple and it was just a mental block which they had, and it didn't take much time to make a meal. A lot of us think that, oh, if it's a yogic meal, it will take a lot of time and it will be time consuming. So this is not true at all. You can make so many different types of salads without spending much time in the kitchen. So it's something which you need to be a little more open towards, and there are so many tons of recipes available where you can include positive pranic ingredients, and just see how you can make something which is healthy and tasty as well. As part of our Ahar program, we generally give more than 200 recipes which people can try out. So there's definitely no dearth of recipes. It's just that we have to be more open to try things out. So if you just do these, implement these fundamentals of including positive pranic ingredients and using unrefined or whole foods, whether it comes to grains or oils or whatever else which you're using, try to use unrefined or unprocessed and whole foods, whole grains instead of refined grains. So instead of using maida, you can use wheat. So whatever is processed, try to avoid that and use the whole grain instead. So these simple things, if you just bring about, and including different types of grains like millets, etc., then very easily you can make a yogic meal. And yogic cooking is something which all of us can experiment and derive benefits from. So along with this, after this, we'll be showing you a video where you can make something, a simple dish like this, without using negative pranic ingredients, and it can be tasty as well. So you can experiment with this and see. and let us know how your experience is. Namaskar.
If you eat food and your body feels very agile and alive, that means it's good food, body is liking it. If you eat something, it feels dull, that means it's not liking it, it's having difficulty with it, that's why it feels dull.
Namaskaram. For those of you looking to explore about food in depth, we also have an online program on food called as Ahar. So we have a website called as ahar.yogire.com which will have more details about this program. If you are looking to grow on the path of yoga, then food is as important as sadhana. So it's very important that you see what kinds of foods to eat which can assist you in this inner journey, and more importantly also how to eat. So we'll be looking at this in depth in this online program, and this can be done from the comfort of your home. From wherever you are, you can log in and do this program. So if you wish to explore this in depth, please log into our Ahar website and you can see if this is something which can help you take a step towards your inner growth. And we hope that the simple process of eating can also become a stepping stone towards your ultimate well-being. Thank you so much. Namaskar.